Mario Kart World is right around the corner, and if you're anything like me, you're already thinking about what classic tracks could make a grand return in the near future. With the anticipated rail grinding, wall riding, and 24-player support, this next-gen Mario Kart is shaping to be the wildest one yet. So today we're going to be counting down the 10 tracks that absolutely deserve a comeback in Mario Kart World, whether it's because of their Game Boy potential, nostalgic value, or just how cool they'll look in modern visuals. Let's dive right in. Wario Coliseum is infamous for being the only track in Double Dash with 2 laps due to its massive length. The insane roller coaster-like loops and vertical spirals already feel ahead of its time, and they would look absolutely stunning with Mario Kart World's updated physics. Imagine 24 players flying through the mid-air cage section with grind rails layered along the edges. It would be absolutely chaotic in the best way. Plus, we still haven't seen this track return in any modern Mario Kart game. It's long overdue. And yeah, even though it's confirmed that N64 Wario Stadium and 3DS Wario Shipyard are returning, having a third Wario track I think is fine, because we had like 50 million Mario circuits in the last game. This nighttime city course was the chaotic version of Mushroom Ridge. Its multiple paths, traffic hazards, and tricky turns making an absolute standout. With Mario Kart World likely embracing verticality and alternate routes, Mushroom City could be expanded to a sprawling metropolis. Let's also not forget how dynamic city tracks have become in recent entries, such as in Mario Kart Tour. So this is literally the perfect chance to give Mushroom City the glow up that it deserves. And just like Wario Coliseum, this one still has yet to come back. Also, think about this, where else can you get smacked by a bus and still come back laughing? Like, seriously, that giant wiggler is hilarious. We've had a lot of Bowser castles in the past, but the one from the DS had an incredible vibe. Giant lava pits, moving platforms, swamps crashing down at various turns, it was literally a 3D platformer, but in kart form. The possibilities with the new physics are endless here. Based on what we've seen already, many returning tracks look nothing like their original counterparts. So imagine what Nintendo could do to elevate this one even more. This track has so much potential, whether it be wall grinding inside the castle, launching over lava geysers, grind railing over the giant molten lake, there's just so much that can be done. It's cinematic, it's intense, and it's exactly what the next-gen Mario Kart needs. Woohoo Island is more than just a track. It's a world. Woohoo Loop and Maka Woohoo were the first section-based tracks in Mario Kart history, giving you a true journey instead of laps. With how Mario Kart World might explore more cinematic experiences, imagine these tracks reimagined as a full scenic tour of Woohoo Island in HD, featuring alternate branching routes and maybe even a rail grind section along a cliff. And while I'm actually explaining 2 tracks here, it would be really cool if Nintendo combined them somehow. You know, creating one gigantic nostalgic experience for the Wii Sport Resort fans. Maybe one of them can be more of an intermission track, but at this point, I don't really care that much. I would just love to see both or one of these return. While we've also had so many Rainbow Roads remade, the GBA version has yet to return, and in my opinion is criminally underrated. Tight turns, bouncy jump pads, and a retro vibe that is a mix of SNES chaos, but in a more modern design. So imagine it with a Mario Kart World treatment. While there's usually no big walls in Rainbow Road, rail grinding could probably be incorporated around its edges, while maybe even adding a neon space backdrop. In addition, this track would be more immersive if it had a few more gliding sections. Would be sick if we could do that somewhere while trying to get a boost off like those floating sling stars. But yeah, while many have forgotten about this one, I think it would be a perfect throwback Rainbow Road for the hardcore fans. Frappe Snowland is charming, slippery, and surprisingly intense. The snow cover track might look simple, but with the giant snowman hazards and thick blizzard section gave it a real personality. With Mario Kart World, this could be completely transformed, adding in dynamic weather effects, increased snow physics, wall rides along the giant wall at the end, and maybe even snowboard-style grind sections. This is another track where you can literally do anything with, especially since there's so much space around the racetrack. Plus, who doesn't want a cozy N64 music remastered? This is one of the few snow tracks that desperately need a return, and while many prefer to see Sherbet Land return instead, I think Frappe Snowland is just as good and is completely slept on. If you really think about it, we haven't seen a Luigi-themed track in a very long time. Like, it's insane that we didn't get one Luigi-related track in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So, I think it's time for DS Luigi's Mansion to return to represent the spooky vibes along Boo Cinema. From the muddy forest entry to the dark mansion interior, it had a real atmospheric flair. Mario Kart World could take it up a notch by creating collapsing floors, wall riding across haunted hallways, heck, even expand exploration within the mansion while we're at it, and maybe a final stretch where you're drifting along the roof in the moonlight. Again, we can go so many ways with this. All I know is, it's time for Luigi to get the spotlight again. One of the most creative original tracks in Tour, Ninja Hideaway is packed with verticality, secret paths, and sharp corners. This track already feels like it was designed for a modern Mario Kart, and bringing it to World with even more advanced physics would take it to another level. With grind rails, zip lines, ninja traps, it could easily become one of the most skill-based courses in the game. Imagine a 24-player lobby flying through the pagoda rooftops. If there's one track that already has the potential thanks to its design and overall appeal, it has to be this one. And whether you like Tour or not, it's still part of the series, and it's likely we'll get more Tour representation in the near future. Desert tracks can be a hit or miss, but Dry Ruins had an evolving route that made it feel so alive. As the race progressed, the track's design would also progress, with pillars falling down for trickable spots and rising sands changing your path. In Mario Kart World, this idea could be expanded with the crumbling ruins that could collapse mid-race, maybe add some sand dunes hiding some boost panels, and possibly the full temple segment that includes grind rails along its walls. We've already seen what Nintendo did for Desert Hills, and it looks insane. It almost looks completely different while being familiar at the same time. And I hope they can do the same with Dry Dry Ruins if it makes a comeback. It's already one of the more sophisticated desert tracks, so I think a remake could make it even more of an immersive experience. And lastly, we got the highly acclaimed DS Delfino Square. This tropical city-based track is, in my opinion, one of the best from the DS era. With tight alleyways, fun turns for drifting, a bridge that lifts and lowers, and NPCs that scream fan service, Delfino Square is full of life. In Mario Kart World, they could modernize it with even more interactive NPCs, variable routes throughout the marketplace, and make use of wall riding around the buildings. It could even receive a perfect balance of technical turns and a scenic charm. In addition, Wario Shipyard is living proof that driving on water could also work on this track. And so, if we get that, this track could potentially be even more peak. In the end, the Delfino theme screams Mario Sunshine nostalgia, and regardless of how it ends up, it would just hit well with the longtime fans. And that's my list for 10 tracks that deserve a comeback in Mario Kart World. I think each of them brings something unique to the table. Whether it's nostalgia, creative design, or sheer chaos potential, these tracks could really take advantage of the new mechanics and with the 24-player madness. But what tracks do you want to see return? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more Mario Kart World content, and join the Discord if you want to help shape future video ideas. Thank you guys so much for watching, and here's to the next era of Mario Kart.